Hey yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome back to My Yoga Time, and today is another short yoga snack. I've got 2 blocks for this practice. If you don't have blocks, you can improvise with a rolled up towel and you'll use that towards the end of the class. So when you're ready, come over onto all fours. We'll start in a wide-legged child's pose. So bringing those big toes together, knees nice and wide and sitting those hips back. Reach the arms out in front. Now we're going to keep this quite active through the shoulders. So you can bring your forehead down to the mat. Keep the arms straight and the palms lifted. So just your fingertips pressing into the mat, and then draw your shoulders back towards your hips. Breathe into your hips, your lower belly, your lower back. On your next inhalation, lift the head, walk your hands over to your left. You can bend the left arm, but do straighten the right, and breathe down the right side of the body. So in your practice, you're always looking to create space from the inside out with your breath. So if your breath is inhibited, then you've gone too far. Let's walk the hands over to the right side now. Take a spacious in-breath into the left side waist. And coming back to center, walking those hands forward, come down onto your navel and reach those arms out in front, or what I like to call Superman Cobra. And here, quite active through the spine as you try and drag your hands back towards your hips. So it should feel like a lovely tractioning along the spine. And from here, lower your head down and bring your left hand next to the left hip. Keep a tuck in the tailbone. As you inhale, float your left leg and right arm up. And then when you exhale, lower down and change sides. Bring the right hand next to the body. Inhale, float left arm, right leg. And exhale to lower. And then bring both hands next to the body. Same again, tailbone tucking under, and lifting the legs and the chest. Try and lift here through your inner thighs. Then when you need to, lower down. Take a brief rest, turn your head to one side. And lifting on up, return to tabletop. We'll thread the needle from here. Take the right arm underneath the left, bring your right ear down to the mat. Now we'll keep that left elbow pointing up towards the ceiling. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades together and firm your right arm down into the mat. Option to take a mudra here. And if you're looking for a little more of a challenge, you can straighten your left leg and then float that left foot up off the mat. And lower that knee down, lifting up, and we'll change sides. Option again to straighten that right leg and float the foot up. And And lower down. Let's come all the way back up to tabletop. Take those pinky fingers out to meet the edges of your mat, curling the toes under. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale to round. Next time you round the spine, we'll take those hips up and back into your downward facing dog. And feel free to slowly walk out the legs here. So as you drop, or as you bend your right knee, drop that hip and straighten the left leg. And on your next inhalation, bend both knees. And as you exhale, change sides. So let it be slow movement, slow breath. And then coming to center. Raise the right leg. Option 1, keep the hips square. Option 2, stack the right hip on top of the left. Bend your knee. Flex your right foot. Look under your armpit. Holding here as you inhale. And then straighten the leg, square the hips, step it through. Taking warrior 2, so ground your left foot down. Windmill those arms up. From here, we'll inhale, straighten that right leg, and as you exhale, lower down into warrior 2. We're going to do a few more rounds. Keep pressing into both feet. And holding this one here, imagine you're trying to stretch the mat with your feet. We'll turn the palms away, push through the heels of the palms, but then roll the shoulders forward and down a little. So a little bit of nerve tensioning here. You might feel heat or tingling down the arms. From there, take a mudra, roll the wrists, roll the shoulders forward and down, take the elbows back just a little. And then lower hands down. Interlace the fingers, lift the heart, keep pressing into both feet. Option 1 is as you are. Option 2, fold forward on the inside of your leg, drishti to your big toe, knuckles to point to the ceiling. And then strong in those legs as you return to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Option 1, staying here. Option 2, moving into a balanced pose, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So reach for your block if you need to. Take a few baby steps in with that back leg. Stacking left hip on top of the right, flexing the left foot, gently tucking the tailbone under. Option to float the left arm up. And to help with your stability here, try and drag your right hand towards your right foot. It'll help to switch on your oblique muscles. Well done. Inhale. And as you exhale, with control, return to your warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Well done. Let's straighten that leg, pivot the feet, we'll change sides. So looking down, your left heel should intercept the arch on your right foot, and you want that left knee to open out so you can see your big toe on the inside. Let's inhale. And exhale. Staying down this time, pushing through the heels of the palms, rolling the shoulders forward and down. Then taking your mudra, roll the wrists, roll the shoulders. And hands coming down behind you, interlace the fingers. Again, option 1, feel free to stay here. Option 2, folding forward on the inside of the leg. And inhale to come up. Reverse your warrior pose, either staying there or stepping into your half moon pose. And with control, lower back down to your warrior two. Let's pivot the feet and we'll step to the top of your mat. So if you need a little assistance with your balance pose, you might like to place one block on the flat side next to your right foot. We're going to come into our eagle pose. If that's not an option for you due to hip or knee injuries, you might choose to keep both feet on the floor, take your chair pose instead, or your one-legged chair. Otherwise, we're going to wrap that left leg around. If you can, wrap the foot around the calf muscle. Otherwise, use your block for support there. So thighs are pressing, tailbone tucking, arms out as you inhale. And exhale, right arm over the left. So you want to feel a little bit of resistance between the arms and the legs. So press into one another. And from here, we'll unravel the arms, lift up that left knee, and step the left foot back just about 1 meter behind the right for your pyramid pose. So back foot on a 45-degree angle. Let's take those arms behind us once again, interlace the fingers, inhale. Press into both feet as you fall forward. Take your drishti to your big toe. Lower those hands down. Step your left leg back, coming into a low lunge now. Left knee to the mat. Inhale the arms up. Option 1, stay as you are. Option 2 will twist, bring the hands to prayer, and hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And here, try to pull your left knee forward, drag your right heel back. Let's bring both hands to center now. We're going to step it back into your plank. Option 1, you can bring those knees down to the mat. Option 2, hold your plank, push through the upper back, so round the upper back, bring the body forward, and make sure those elbows brush the ribs as you come all the way down. Inhale into your baby cobra, draw those hands back. Exhale to lower. Return to plank via your knees, rounding out the back, and then taking those hips up and back. And let's step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive. Hands coming to the heart. And this time crossing the right leg over the left leg. Make sure that you bend your left leg. Option to wrap the foot around the calf, or of course take your chair pose. Inhale the arms out. And exhale left over the right. And let's lift up. Place your right foot 1 meter behind your left. Same as before, we'll interlace those hands behind you, lifting the heart, stretching the mat with your feet as you fall forward. Drishti to your big toe. Knuckles towards the ceiling. And lower those hands down. Step that right foot back into your low lunge. So here, instead of trying to stretch the mat with the feet, we're trying to draw the feet closer together. Option is stay as you are or find your twist. See if you can deepen your twist by deepening your breath. Let's return to center. Step it back into your plank. Same options as before as you lower down to the mat, or chaturanga down, hover an inch above the floor, then roll over those toes into your upward dog. Make sure your knees are not on the mat. From here, we'll bend the knees, push back into a wide-legged child's pose, either with those arms in front, palms relaxed, or take the hands into prayer above the head. And let's inhale and come up out of the pose. Come to a seated position. Now, if your hips are really tight, elevate the hips, sit yourself up on the block. Option 1 will cross right leg in front of the left. Have those feet and knees in line. You've crossed at the calf muscles. Option 2, if it's available for you, stack your right knee on top of your left knee. So we'll take a side bend first over to the right. Feel as though you're pressing your right hand down and trying to slide it away from the hips. Look down. And then inhale to come up. We'll fold forward for a few breaths, allowing the back to round. Breathing into the lower back and the outer hips. When you're ready, inhale to come up. We'll take a twist here to the right. So back of the left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand behind you. Here is option 1. Option 2, the left hand takes a hold of that right big toe knuckle, straighten the right leg, push the foot into the hand, pull the hand into the foot, and then return to your twist. Let's return to center, uncrossing those legs, leaning back on a 45-degree angle, coming into your boat pose. And lower down, crossing left leg in front of the right, or stacking the left knee on top of the right. Coming into your side bend first over to the left. Coming back to center, folding forward, decompressing through the lumbar spine. Inhaling out of the pose, coming into your twist over to the left. Option 1 as you are, option 2, take a hold of that left foot. and release. So from here, bending both legs, pointing the toes up to the ceiling, trying to drag the heels back close to your bottom, hands to prayer, and roll yourself down. Once on your back, you can reach for your rolled up towel or your blocks. Coming into a supported bridge pose. So you might have one block on the flat side, take it to the second height, or even stack 2 blocks on top of each other. So we start to wind down our practice. Arms can be by your side or above the head. And just observing the navel rise and fall with the ebb and flow of your breath. Let's lower those arms down now. Pick up the hips and the heels together. Remove your props. Keep those heels high as you lower down, 1 vertebrae at a time. When you touch down to the mat, cup the hands over the knees. Arms as straight as you inhale. Simply bend the elbows when you exhale. And if your back needs longer here, please take it. Otherwise, next inhalation, we'll take those feet to the floor. Move your hips just a little to the left and then straighten your right leg. Take a hold of your left knee. Inhale to float the upper body and the right foot off the mat. Create a little bit of resistance here between the shin and the hands. So option 1 is as you are, a little stronger if you release the hands and just alternate the legs for a few rounds. So you're pushing your lower back into the mat. Next time you bend your left leg is the last one. Lower down and come into a twist. Feel free to place your prop underneath the knee for support. So option 1, you'll enjoy the twist as you are, breathing into the lower belly, the lower back. Option 2, you can take your right leg back, bend the knee, and reach for the foot. So you'll find a little back bend in your twist. If there's any discomfort in your back at all, if you've taken the foot, please let it go. Don't try to stretch through it. And release when you're ready. Return to your back. This time taking the hips just a little to the right, but not too far. Take a hold of your right knee. Lift the upper body and your left foot off the mat, either staying here or alternating those legs. Taking a hold of that right knee, moving into your twist, and either staying there or reaching for your left leg. And let's release. Rolling onto your back. Coming into Savasana, tucking those shoulders under, letting the palms face the ceiling, and connecting index finger and thumbs for chin mudra. Softening the forehead, the tongue and jaw. Inhaling a little deeper now. And swallowing if the mouth is dry. Wiggling toes and fingers. Following those urges to move and stretch. And then when you're ready, rolling to your preferred side before coming up to seated. Thanks, yogis. I hope that you enjoyed that practice with me today. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and not just my channel, but any yoga teacher that you watch on a regular basis, as it's the best way to support free yoga on YouTube. Wishing you a lovely day.